This new standard will allow nonprofits to really tell users of their financial statements their story. What funds do they have? How do they use those funds? What liquid assets do they have versus assets that they really can't spend because donors have restricted those? While that's always been there in the past for nonprofit organizations and their financial statements, this new standard brings that more to light. Terminology changes. Unrestricted, temporarily restricted, and permanently restricted goes away. It is now with donor restriction or without donor restriction. End of the day, what you do, how you spend your money, you're still responsible for spending donor money in accordance with the terms of what that donor said you're supposed to. That doesn't change, but the terminology is more simplified. With donor restriction, without donor restriction. Face your financial statements, much cleaner. Notes to your financial statements will give that more detail. Will tell users of your financial statements what you have to spend and how you can spend it and when you can spend it. But the face of your financial statements, much cleaner. Another major change for nonprofit organizations under this new standard is a statement of functional expense. Not everybody's been required in the past to present this within their financial statements. This new standard, all nonprofit organizations, doesn't matter what you do, you are going to be required to present expenses on a functional basis. What that means is not only presenting your expenses by program and supporting services, but also by that natural classification. How much of your expenses go to salaries and benefits, professional fees, program services, fundraising, occupancy, you name it. You are now going to be required to present that information. Now, the beauty of this new standard is you don't have to present it as a statement. You can present it in the footnotes. You have that ability as to what level of detail you're going to present that and where you're going to present it, but you're going to have to present it. Liquidity. Nonprofit organizations, that's a big issue. I mean, so many nonprofit organizations, very cyclical, certain times of the year you get, more revenue than not. I mean, we live and die by our donors. And so liquidity, there's going to be enhanced disclosures regarding what resources do you have at your balance sheet date to spend in the next 12 months. How do you meet your needs? Again, great disclosures, great information for the users of your financial statements. Again, telling your story. It becomes effective for calendar years 2018. That's when it becomes effective. But there's certain aspects, if you present comparative financial statements, that you're going to have to include in those comparative financial statements. So it's never too early to start looking at this.